Huh? Sounds boring. I'd rather be closing deals. Can't you give me something cooler? Why won't you answer me? I've been waiting this whole time.
I told you before, I can't do this.
Gah. What do you mean boring work? Just because he's the president's son, he thinks he can say whatever the hell he wants? Not in the center of the world, but as soon as the guy left the department, the one shouting was Yairo Yusei. He's my colleague, a 27-year-old team leader working in the sales department of Estia General Insurance. Rough day, huh? Takio-san, you gotta hear this. And I'm Minato Takio, 1 year older than him, and also a team leader. Yairo's frustration was all thanks to the recent hire, our president's son, Hiroki Nukita. He's only been with the company for about 2 weeks. Since joining, he's mostly been shadowing Yairo, who's his mentor for now. Mind joining me for this client meeting today? Huh? Sounds boring. I'd rather be closing deals. Can't you give me something cooler? Watching a seniors meeting is important to build a sense of how it's done. Nukita seems desperate to prove himself quickly and always complains when Yairo tells him to follow the proper process. On top of that, he's been whining about it to other coworkers, making everyone uncomfortable around him. Why the hell did the president pick me to mentor him? If it's about doing the job well, the cool high-spec Takio-san's way better. You're friendly and good with people. Maybe they valued personality more. Yairo's not wrong that my sales record is solid. That's because I joined fresh out of college and learned through trial and error. But I know I'm not exactly charming outside of meetings, so it's obvious I'm not mentor material. By the way, Nukita's 25, a weird age to be entering a new company, but the president must have had his reasons. He's got an attitude, sure, but he still does what I tell him, so I haven't reported anything to management yet. But next time he opens his mouth to complain, I'm bashing his head in. Calm down. I get it's rough, but if you're gonna snap, make sure no one's watching. Most days, I just listen to Yairo's rants with a bit of joking, keeping him from actually swinging that bat. About 3 months after Nukita joined, despite his cockiness, he seemed to want to improve. Yairo told me he's gotten to the point where he can visit clients and handle simple meetings on his own. One day, we were at the upscale restaurant, Miyanoi, to plan a client dinner when I stumbled upon a shocking scene. Why won't you answer me? I've been waiting this whole time.
I told you before, I can't do this.
Nukita, what the hell are you doing?
Takio-san!
That's China Matsubara, a beautiful junior hostess at Miyanoi, and my contact for client dinner planning the past 3 years. She was inspired by elegant Japanese cuisine she ate as a high schooler, and dreamed of becoming a hostess ever since. She studied tea ceremony and flower arrangement, then joined Miyanoi. She's still training at 26. Huh? Takio-san? What are you doing here? That's my line. You told us you were heading to a client visit today, didn't you? Well, no point in lying. I heard what you just said. Did you seriously stop by here for no reason and hit on her after your meeting? Yeah, I apologized to her. She's always helped our company, and you go and bother her? Completely unacceptable. My deepest apologies.
As long as it doesn't happen again.
After making him apologize, I sent him back to the office and stayed to talk with Matsubara-san. I truly apologize for the trouble our employee caused you.
Not at all, Takio-san. If anything, thank you.
May I ask what happened?
Well, we met for a business intro a week ago, and he secretly gave me his contact info. He said, "I'm the president's son. I can treat you to luxury." I declined, but he wouldn't stop.
I don't know how to apologize enough. I'll definitely escalate this and make sure it's handled properly.
Thank you. If you say that, then I can rest easy.
So I gave her a deep apology, wrapped up the original business planning, and headed back to the office. Back at the office, I immediately reported everything to Yairo and the sales manager. He was hitting on a staff member at Mianoi? And you didn't tell me? We're going to apologize right now. Naturally, the manager and Yairo were furious. The three of them went to apologize again at the restaurant. News of this screw-up reached his father, the president, who chewed him out and even threatened to fire him. A few days later, I visited Matsubara-san again to check on things. Has everything been alright since? Please, feel free to let me know.
Thanks for asking. He's come by the restaurant a few times, but there haven't been any incidents. Since I knew he was the president's son, I couldn't talk to anyone about it. It's just, I wish I'd had the courage to speak up myself.
She'd kept silent out of concern for Nikita's status.
That's why your help meant so much to me, Takio-san. If anything ever comes up, please don't hesitate. I'll always be here to help.
I appreciate that, but really, I just did what anyone should. I look forward to working with you again. For years, she'd simply been a reliable, beautiful partner in my work. But in that moment, her pure smile stirred something new inside me. Meanwhile, damn it, why the hell do I have to go through this? He seemed calm after getting reamed, but in truth, Nikita was quietly seething at me. Snitched to management, then had that cozy little chat with Matsubara-san too? He clenched his fist in frustration behind the scenes, until one day, he caught wind of something unexpected. Seeing a sudden shot at redemption, he grinned like fate had finally handed him a break. 3 weeks since the Nikita incident, during a break with Yairo, I casually brought something up. Haven't heard much complaining from Nikita lately. He doing okay? Yeah, he's doing cold calls and drop-ins on his own now. I just check in when he asks stuff. Still a bit cocky sometimes, but compared to the beginning, he's grown a lot. Man, when I found out he messed with Matsubara-san behind my back, I nearly lost it. Glad nothing happened after that. One more slip and my nail bed would have been soaked in ketchup. Terrifying, man. Spare me. What? You defending him now, Takio-san? I respect you so much, and this is how you treat me? Why does it always come to this? Put the bat away, man. Even if I say that, there are just too many rivals for me to call Takio mine alone. Since that incident, he's been getting closer and closer to Matsubara, and he looks so happy whenever he heads out for meetings. Pfft. I know his mouth corners lift by exactly 3 degrees whenever he's going to Mianoi. What's with that precise angle? And how do you even notice that? I don't want any pests buzzing around him, but I can't exactly throw shade at Matsubara too. It's frustrating. Oh, right, Takio. What happened with that business deal you mentioned earlier? Nah, the one with Grand Reeve? It finally reached the estimate stage. Took long enough to get here. Grand Reeve is a small company that delivers meals to elderly customers. I've been proposing a growing term policy for business protection to them. It took 6 months before President Kamita started to trust me. Corporate insurance involves big money, so earning trust is key. After 6 months of effort, I'm finally seeing the results, and it's a relief. The last meeting was 3 weeks ago, and the next one is in 1 week. I've already prepared the documents, but it's a 2 million yen deal. I've gotta stay sharp.
Sorry to bother you during work, Takio. Do you have a moment?
Matsubara? Is something wrong? Another issue?
Well, President Kamida from Grand Reeve just arrived at Mianoi with Mr. Nukita.
What?
You've always been the one in charge of meetings with President Kamida, right? That's why seeing him with Nukita seems strange to me. I was hoping it's nothing but...
I didn't know about this either. Thank you for calling.
I'm sorry I didn't realize during scheduling. Right now, someone else is handling communication with Mr. Nukita.
Since the previous incident, Matsubara and Nukita have avoided contact. Unfortunately, that's now backfired. No, this isn't your fault at all, Matsubara. Would it be okay if I came over?
Yes, please come safely.
He really did it. This is a full-on hijack. I hang up with a headache and explain the situation to Yairo. His face quickly fills with rage. How dare he pull this without telling his mentor? All right, I'm straightening that punk out myself. Come out here. Calm down, this isn't the time. We need to head to Mianoi, now. We don't know how the meeting came about, but we can't let it slide. After reporting to the sales director, I rushed to the upscale restaurant as the original account rep, with Yairo coming along as the mentor. Meanwhile, Nukita, in the middle of the dinner meeting. Just as I said before, President Ueda, as the president's son, I can offer you a better deal than Takio.
Is that so?
Yes, Takio is pushing unfair terms to secure high profit from this contract. My offer is the fair one. I truly hope you'll reconsider. Huh, that was easier than I thought. Actually, 3 weeks ago, Nukita overheard that my deal with Grand Reeve had reached the estimate stage. Using his status as the president's son, he gained Kamida's trust. Then, by offering better terms, he managed to hijack the negotiation. I even secretly copied Takio's documents and studied them thoroughly. I explained everything perfectly. I've got this.
I understand. Your explanation was clear. As the president's son, you're quite skilled.
Thank you. Then... Feeling like he sealed the deal, Nukita's expression shows confidence. But...
However, you haven't noticed something.
Huh?
My name isn't Ueda. It's Kamida. Same kanji, but read differently.
What? You mean I've been saying your name wrong this whole time?
Also, I'm not particularly fond of beef. You used to avoid it for me, you know.
No way. Nukita, oblivious, had earned her disapproval. Realizing the blunder, panic overtakes him.
Let me say this as a president. Sales is about understanding your client. You may have the documents and figures down, but did you ever try to know me at all?
Well...
You say Takio was pushing unfair terms, but tell me, who's really trying to use me for their own gain?
Her smile is gone. Her guarded eyes say everything. The trust built over 6 months is already shattered. Excuse me. Takio? I finally arrived at Mianoi and immediately sensed the tension in the air, so I stepped in. President Kamida, there was a mix-up on our end, and I sincerely apologize for the trouble. May I resume the meeting as the original representative?
That's fine.
I continued the business meeting with Kamida, while Yairo pulled Nukita out of the restaurant. Yes, I made sure he left the nail bat behind. You do realize what you've done, right? But what? If you've got a reason that'll make sense, let's hear it. Momentarily flinching at Yairo's fury, Nikita still speaks with his usual defiance. 3 weeks ago, I heard Takio's deal finally reached the estimate stage. I wanted to get back at him for ratting me out, and I wanted my dad and Matsubara to finally acknowledge me. I thought that if I closed this deal, they'd see me differently. So I created a better estimate, contacted President Kamita directly, and barged in on the deal. You little punk! You tried to steal the deal over something that petty? Ha! Corporate insurance clients are usually in high positions of power. With such large sums involved, trust is absolutely critical. If an outsider cuts in just for personal gain, that alone destroys every bit of trust that's been built up. Think about how much trouble you've caused me and this company with your selfish personal motives. You might already know, but this deal is worth 2 million yen. If it falls through, you could be facing not just termination, but even a damages lawsuit. Prepare yourself. Damages? He had already been given a formal warning from upper management, so there was no room for excuses. Nikita collapsed to the floor, totally defeated. Meanwhile, I was sitting across from President Kamita, whose expression remained sharp, trying everything I could to recover the situation.
You've treated me very well, and I was hoping to do business with your company, but it's clear there's a lack of coordination.
I sincerely apologize.
Maybe I should reconsider the contract altogether. Even if I do proceed, he did offer a lower price, you know. Are you saying that deal is still on the table?
Well, the passive-aggressive tone from someone who'd been friendly up until now was cutting deep. The trust I spent 6 months building had clearly taken damage. From the looks of the documents and quoted figures, what Nikita proposed was slightly below market rate, but just low enough to still be feasible. In prioritizing the sale, he'd set the price strategically, knowing it would catch Kamita's attention. If this is what it takes to keep the deal alive, I'll have to swallow some tough terms. That might be the only form of sincerity I can show after the blunder. Just as I made peace with that and prepared to speak...
Sorry for the wait. Miss Kamita, we just received a fresh shipment of grapes from Nagano today.
Oh?
These pears are especially sweet as well. Please help yourself if you'd like.
All the set menu items had already been served. There shouldn't have been any dessert left, but the moment Kamita saw the fruit platter, her stern expression began to soften. The truth is, Kamita loves fruit. Every time she visits Miyanoi, she looks forward to their seasonal, hand-picked selections. Wait, this might have been Matsubara's doing. After so many meetings with me, Matsubara had learned what Kamita liked. Seeing how tense the meeting had become, she must have acted on instinct to help.
Why, thank you. It looks delicious. I'll have some. Finally, I was able to repay the favor, Takio.
Kamita seemed to take it as if I had prepared it myself, and she smiled as she tasted the fruit. Nagano grapes are known for their high sugar content. Miyanoi really lives up to the name.
Yes, you seem well informed. I always eat them around this time of year. I didn't expect to be served some today.
As we chatted casually about food, the heavy tension in the air gradually lifted. As I gently steered the conversation toward topics she enjoyed, I could feel the cracks in our trust slowly being repaired. Then, after 2 hours into the meeting, normally about the time things wrap up, President Kamita suddenly spoke.
That dessert was delicious, and the conversation was enjoyable. Yes, maybe we should reset and go over the estimate again next time.
Huh?
You've been working with me for 6 months, and despite everything that happened, today was a good discussion. It might sound odd, but as a company president, I understand how sales can lead to internal conflicts like this. So, I'll let it go. This time, for your sake.
Thank you so much, President Kamita.
It's fine. I'm counting on you for the next meeting, also.
And with that, Kamita left the restaurant in good spirits, taking a taxi home. Whew, barely dodged disaster. If Matsubara hadn't stepped in, it honestly wouldn't have been surprising if the contract had been canceled. I owe her big time. As I watched Kamita off, still deep in thought, Yairo and Nukita appeared. I'm truly sorry, Takio. My poor supervision caused all this to happen. It's fine. Raise your head. You didn't do anything wrong. But the one who really needs to apologize is... Under my cold glare, he trembled for a while before speaking. If the deal had collapsed, I could have been fired or even sued for damages. Thank you, and I'm truly sorry. Seems like Yairo gave him a solid chewing out. Nukita bows again, even deeper. Why'd you do it? If it wasn't just resentment toward me, I'd like to know the reason. When I asked, Nukita began to speak slowly, voice hollow. I always looked up to my father, the company president, and dreamed of being a great leader like him. After university, I tried starting my own business, but it failed in just a few years. I couldn't join a company as a new grad anymore, so my father gave me a spot here out of pity. I guess I started acting cocky because I was desperate to prove myself. That desperation turned into bitterness toward you, and I ended up doing something unforgivable. I no longer belong at this company. To take responsibility, I'm thinking of quitting. My father already told me this was my last chance. If you quit now, it might be impossible to get hired full-time anywhere else. I know. Still, this is all my fault. I'll start over from scratch with a part-time job if I have to. Alright, I get where you're coming from, but just so you know, that doesn't mean I forgive you. I understand completely. So, you're serious about quitting? Yes. As I watched him, I thought hard. I looked to Yairo, who gave me a look like, it's your call now. Alright then, Nukita, I've got something to say to you. What? Later, back at the office. Nukita was scolded harshly by the department head and the president, who then personally accompanied him to apologize to Grand Reeve. He had been dead set on submitting his resignation letter. I'll follow you for the rest of my life. Let go. Thanks to my input, Nukita didn't end up quitting, because on the way out, Kamita and I had a certain conversation.
He hasn't even been with the company for a year, right? Still, it's impressive how well he's learned the complex mechanics of insurance. Please let him know I said that. As a form of closure, I won't do business with him anymore, but if he keeps learning, I believe he has real potential. I think he deserves another chance.
I relayed all of this to our company president and suggested that if Nukita was genuinely remorseful, perhaps he should be given one last chance. I no longer sensed any malice in him, and if he keeps growing like this, he might become a real asset to the company. Just a pragmatic judgment call, nothing more. Still, I can't believe I ended up being Nukita's new mentor. I've never been the mentoring type. Please don't say that. I'll bring you tea, give you massages, anything you want. Yeah, just don't ever cause trouble for Takio again. Do it again, and you know what's coming, right? Oh. Maybe the ordeal made them admire me too much, because both Nukita and even Yairo started acting way too fond of me. I wasn't doing this for their sake. I just wanted to protect my contract and the company. By the way, despite some compromises, we were able to move forward with the same deal conditions. They're now reviewing it internally. Let's rewind a bit. Right after we got through the Grand Reeve fiasco. Matsubara, thank you so much for thinking on your feet like that. No doubt about it. This time's MVP was Matsubara, who's working hard to become a full-fledged hostess.
Not at all. I was just finally able to repay you for the help you gave me back then.
Oh, that? I just did what anyone would have done.
No, you were the only one I could turn to. I'm truly grateful. And by the way, Takio-san, if it's alright with you, I'd love to see you. Not just through work, but outside the inn as well. What do you think? Ever since you helped me that day, I haven't been able to stop thinking about you.
Huh? Oh, actually, I've been drawn to your smile too. If you'll have me, I'd love that. And so, we started dating. I'm told my face softens only when I'm with her, and honestly, I'm aware of it now. If you keep building it, trust will always follow. Maybe that's why we ended up together too. Takio! Know your place. Though, the trust Yairo and Nukita put in me might be a bit too much. Even though I'm happy, I can't help but be a little exasperated with them.
You're too inexperienced to be a company president. Too young. Huh?
You have nothing to say? Coward.
You didn't go? You're too inexperienced to be a company president. Too young. Huh? My name is Tokimune Godai, 31 years old. I was gonna take over my father's company. When I got to work, they grinned as they said these things to me. There's a generous place that lends you business funds. We're gonna start our own company. This is our last day. This is Ryugen Yihari. He's the sales department manager. My family runs a small local company. I worked at a different company until I was 30. I entered this one a year ago. However, a few days after I had entered, my father got in an accident along with my mother and sister. They all lost their lives. The funeral took place, and I was set to go to court with the perpetrator. I was called in by our lawyer.
In short, you're taking over the company. This will was prepared in case of emergency.
A few weeks passed after I became the company president, still in shock from losing my family. Now this. Wait, if you leave now, and the paperwork. Whoa, you already forgot? We put in our resignations 2 weeks ago. Here, in that desk. I opened the desk drawers from top to bottom. In the very last one, there was a stack of resignations I hadn't seen before. Everyone says they're coming with me. It makes sense. No one wants to look after you, right guys? My condolences for the loss of your company, Ryugen said. He had an evil look. I was in shock. I could only watch as the laughing employees left.
You have nothing to say? Coward.
I turned around. A gal-esque woman was sitting with a bored look. It was Konoka Haguro. You didn't go?
I'm staying. Too much work.
Thanks for staying.
Nah, they didn't like me anyway. I was hired here. I'm not gonna betray anyone.
It was just the two of us. There were more than 2 employees yesterday. Now the office was empty. She was her first new hire in a while. The older employees all left. What should we do? Consultant? Talk to a lawyer? How about the customers? What do we do?
Can I?
She stood up and walked toward me in annoyance.
Why don't you just quit? I'm sorry about your family, but still. I heard you were working somewhere else, right? Then you don't have to.
No. I'm gonna do this. This place belongs to my family. It's the company my dad left me. My mom and sister always had my back too. You got this. I saw my sister's laughing face, but now... I know, I'm useless right now, but I'm the president. I won't give up. And if one person stayed behind, the president has to work hard for that one employee.
Huh?
She looked surprised for a second. Then she took out her phone and smiled.
Okay, you said it.
Huh?
You're willing to give it your all, right? Then I'll help. Honestly, that horrible manager's personality never sat right with me. I'm gonna make a call.
The next day, Konoka brought in 2 other gals.
I'm Sayaka Jo. I was working at a girls' club. Whoa, this is a real office! Kazune Iwase, professional part-timer. Yay!
There were 3 gals in front of me. I was left speechless. Where are your blazers? I'd like for you to wear one if you're gonna work here. Yesterday, Konoka had told me she would bring in 2 people that wanted a good job. I accepted her offer because I needed more people.
I don't own a blazer. Part-timer! That means I get to work in casual wear.
I was at a loss.
Oh, also, we're carnivores in every sense.
I raised my head. There were 3 carnivorous beasts in front of me.
Boss, Konoka told us you were a catch. I'm excited now.
Ah!
Just kidding.
Huh?
You seem kinda unreliable, but not a bad person. Yeah, I would have declined if you looked at us and got angry. Right? Will you 2 help us? You need to apologize first, though.
I was still confused, but things were moving forward without me.
Sorry we're like this, but we'll do our jobs. Please hire me. Sorry for teasing ya. We'll buy blazers, so please hire me too.
The 2 of them changed their tune and bowed their heads.
I'm sorry too. Now that I think about it, it was a bad joke. But we're serious about our work. They really do want to work at a proper company, so...
Okay. I'm no proper adult either. I'm not talented. Look at this office. Worst case, we might go bankrupt really soon. If you still want to work here, I welcome you. I softened my expression. This was a sinking ship. I should be the one asking you for help.
Okay. Leave it to us.
Don't hit me.
We'll go buy business clothes, so money please, Daddy.
I'm not your daddy.
Okay.
Great, I was the CEO, but I was being teased. A week later, I consulted different people and slowly tackled each problem we had. I didn't realize. Okay, thank you. I'll talk to my lawyer too. I had to train these girls that had no workplace experience. Our company works with individually owned stores in the prefecture. I'll teach you the basics. The girls were taking the work seriously. Next, after taking care of basics, we went to greet our customers. I'm Godai. I took over the company, so I came to introduce myself.
I'm Iwase. I'll be the one contacting you from now on.
We needed to rebuild. I delegated clients to them based on location. I had her meet the customers. Everything else was done from the office work. Konoka and Sayaka did the same. Meanwhile, Ryugen was also starting a company with her former employees.
We know the ins and outs, and they know us. First step's done. Now we have to steal that company's shares. Only that dumb girl will stay on a sinking ship. We have all the capable people here.
They were already getting a good flow of clients after a month of starting. We had a rough start. We didn't have the capacity to train others, so it was just the 4 of us. We just have to play defense for now. I need to prioritize their growth.
Hey, Toki, can you check this?
Don't call me Taki at work. Let's see. Okay, it's fine.
Okay, I'll input it then. Next order of business.
I was talking to Kazane when Sayaka came in high spirits.
Hey, Munechi. I got a new one. 5, actually.
You too? Don't call me Munechi. Wait, new clients? 5? How?
It's obvious, mister. It takes a thief to catch a thief.
Wait, you didn't do anything illegal, did you?
It's not a crime if you don't get caught.
No way.
Ouch, Konoka! No teasing. You just went around to different girls' clubs, right? You caught me.
Phew. I was relieved. I had her show me the business cards from the new clients. I thought it was too soon for new clients, but I didn't want to rain on her parade. Wait, 3 of these are that kind of place, but 2 of these are major companies.
Really? I just went to some of my past customers. They said they'll buy chopsticks for their staff cafeteria from us. Oh, I'll come up with some numbers, so let's talk later.
I was in shock. This might turn a crazy profit.
And? Does Sayaka get a prize for her hard work?
Okay, isn't Izakaya okay? Don't go too crazy.
Yay! This is why I love you. Wait, no fair, Toki! Me too! I'm working hard too! Whoa, free food? Nice. You're taking me too? Of course.
In the end, I was made to pay for all 3 of them.
Why do we only have this many new clients? You guys were all acting smart.
3 months after their fresh start, Ryugen was irritated.
Remember that you all have no future because of that kid. Are you mad? If you're mad, go steal that kid's clients. It's easy.
He was yelling at the employees. 8 months after our restart, the 3 of them were finally getting used to things. We started recruiting new people.
This is made to order, so push back the deadline. Oh, but it's a repeat item. Relating to the customer is crucial. You can talk about anything, just be friendly. I'm off. Oh, I'm going straight home after. I'm getting drinks with a customer. Special services.
I looked at each of them and moved Kazane from sales to office work. Konoka was the sales leader. Sayaka brought new clients if you let her do her thing, so she was in sales. The company was starting to run smoothly.
So I think there's a market for it. I want to find somewhere to order from.
I was meeting with Konoka after everyone had left.
What? You've been staring.
Oh, us. Yeah. I hesitated, but I stood up and bowed my head. I've been meaning to say this, Haguro-san. Thank you.
What? Did I do something?
If you hadn't stayed and helped me, I was hopeless.
Oh. Don't thank me. I'm getting paid for this. This isn't for you. It's for my best friend.
Was she talking about Sayaka and Kazane? That's fine too. Maybe so, but I wanted to thank you.
You're the same. That pureness.
What? I asked her, but she didn't answer. A year flew by.
Yay! I am #1.
I announced the sales record for the year. There was no contest. Everyone applauded. Sayaka had used her experience, connections, and fearlessness to get a crazy number of clients. We were able to hire more people, and in just a year, we increased in size. But that meant more responsibility for me. I had to look after their physical and mental health. Don't work too hard. It's the weekend, so leave Monday work for Monday.
Thank you. What a kind boss. Okay, it's Friday, so let's go out. Who's in?
The atmosphere in the office was good. Motivation was high.
work is over. Finished. Rest up and work hard.
These three had good control over the atmosphere here. I can only thank them.
It's just the four of us, so maybe a bar?
It was normal for any available work people to get together for drinks every Friday. It was completely voluntary. Today, there were unusually no other participants.
But we have more people, so we have to reevaluate.
Yeah, we don't enforce the meetups, but some people might feel obligated. Handling the workplace was tough. We went to a cocktail bar that we sometimes went to.
You, Godai.
Nihari-san? What a coincidence. Ryugen was there before us.
Huh. You've got some obviously easy girls with you, Mr. Useless President.
The condescending insults. He hasn't changed.
I'll take the useless thing back. You really got me.
What are you saying?
Don't play dumb. Whatever. You really went all out. They couldn't quit, so they had to stay at my company, though.
Let's go. I'm just gonna be in a bad mood here.
You're running away?
Yes, there are no merits to me continuing to talk to you. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I took the girls and left.
So annoying. Who is that guy? For real, who does he think he is?
Sayaka and Kazane were annoyed. Konoko was calm when she asked me.
Hey, what was that about? What's with that face?
Huh? Well, I dish it out when I need to, too.
So tell me.
Let's watch Ryugen for a little bit.
What is this? Why can't you increase your numbers after a year? We're in the red again.
His company was doing well at first, but they weren't making as many sales and struggling. Of course they were. Their initial plan banked on my company's failure. They were gonna swipe the clients.
Damn it! If that company would just go away already.
It was still sales, but a whole new company. They might have the same products, but the level of trust was just different. Konoko and them had foiled their plans, and...
Sir?
Who are they? Don't let outsiders in.
No, it's the police.
What?
Ryuga Nihari, we have some questions for you regarding breach of trust. Can you come with us?
This is where their tragedy started to unfold.
You abetted these employees while you were at this company, correct?
No, it wasn't just me. Everyone was talking about it.
Breach of trust could lead up to 5 years imprisonment and up to 500,000 yen in fines.
No excuses. How about you?
The CEO was taken away by police. That was enough to get the employees to talk.
Wait, the boss was taken away by the police. That's not good.
Hey, maybe we should run before this company goes down too.
Where should we go? We were all dismissed from our last company. If we quit here...
I've been discussing with the labor consultant.
The employees have a right to resign. However, this case is an obvious breach of trust. Luckily, we have witness testimonial from Haguro-san. The day you accepted their resignation would be the day you found the letters. This is all terrible. All of them are under disciplinary discharge.
After that, I went with a lawyer to the labor office. My request was accepted. I obtained a certificate of exemption from notice of dismissal. A few days after Ryugen was taken by the police.
We sincerely apologize. Would it be possible for you to hire us again?
The former employees came in with their heads bowed.
We reflected. Nihari just used us for his own gain. Yeah, we were tricked.
I had nothing to say to their excuses.
Hilarious! You did all that and now you're like, help me! For real? You don't know how hard Toki worked! So stupid!
The girls pushed me away to laugh at the former employees.
What? Are you insulting us?
Yeah, that's right. You guys did it too, where Mr. Godai couldn't see you.
The laughter was gone. Konoka's expression turned blank.
You all disappeared. Do you know how hard it was? You don't, huh? You were tricked? You got what you deserve. I don't feel any empathy for any of you. You chose to work for Nihari, right? Then, don't come barking up someone else's tree.
Konoka was furious. They couldn't fight back and left. Meanwhile, Ryugen was detained.
No, I'm getting arrested? I'm sure there are so many people who did the same thing.
I won't deny that, but it comes down to the scale, losses, and whether the company files a claim. For example, spitting on the street is a misdemeanor. He probably thought no one would actually sue him for this. The four of us were at a bar on this day.
Whee! Toki's buying! Wait, seriously? Hey, Mr. Waiter, please bring us your most expensive alcohol.
Hey, stop it!
You guys really never get tired of this.
3 hours later, a blacked out Sayako was on my back.
She drank a lot. Nechi, let's go somewhere else.
Okay, we're going home. Kazane said she'd take me to Saka's place. Konoka saw us off. She suddenly looked up at the night sky.
Hey, Rico, I'll keep looking out for the places you've been. And for your brother, he's a little unreliable, but he's a great president that cares about his people. So don't worry. I need to go visit your grave. Hey, Rico, my best friend.
That was the reason she stayed, and the reason she helped me. Her voice was swallowed by the night sky. Some time passed.
I'm finished. I can't fool anyone.
Ryugen's sentence was suspended, but his company went bankrupt. The place he had initially borrowed money from turned out to be an organized crime association. He had tricked his employees into being guarantors. It was a mess. We were almost done rebuilding and working on strengthening our company. About next season's budget.
Shouldn't we look at expenses before doing the budget?
A lot still needed to be done. I agreed to drinks at my place, but don't look through my stuff. Every day was a whirlwind.
Calm down, we're friends. Should we live here? The office is so close. Oh, good idea! Toki, your harem. Every man's dream. I see. Modern day polygamy.
Looks like the whirlwind will continue for a while.